you know that your team are abandoning you. Like, that's just the case for Savior here. He's going to get, if they start as a 5-man unit, all 4 champions are diving away, and Savior's sat there, no dashes. He's just going to have to deal with it.
So maybe they will move more towards bot side again and try to go for the first Drake, because Dragon stacking can be a valid option as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is you know, a small thing for LNG, but it's coming off of the laning prowess from Haichao.
But LGD immediately moving back to the lanes, trying to push out these waves, and therefore forcing LNG to find an answer to that.
I will say that LNG have got a really good pick composition, but LGD have got Savior, who's really strong right now.
Ooh, TPs are coming through. Feather pullback finds the root. OVO should be going down here, finds another headbutt. Can he manage to get out somehow? Nope, but it's only the support kill. So maybe that's the good news for LNG here.
Yeah, YCX doesn't need to take that, but you know, finds first blood. Doesn't really matter in the long run. This is going to secure Dragon for LGD. And what you got to see there is a potential preview of what's going to happen later on in this game, where a lot of those ultis get expended, or a lot of the pick tools get used as Osasa.
Yeah, does not quite hit the public execution here. Zika, of course,
1 minion.
Equalizer to clean the wave, but that should be enough with the flamethrower. Going for the kill, Zika gets it. LNG are... But LNG
Herald start.
are in a good position. It's almost gone. They need to find something now with the Nature's Grasps.
OVO!
Pushing against each other, but they are going in. Zika's trying to find something. OVO putting the headbutt onto YCX. He's now going on with the Magnet Storm from the side. We can get the ultimate public execution also flying. They are looking to fight the fight. Sase picks up 1 kill, but they're going forward with the killer instinct, and that's the double
coming
through. Now underneath the turret, they don't want to stop just yet. But most tools have been used. No to contest this. And we have XQW on the side. If he finds another beautiful ultimate, maybe there's something that LG can do. But the TPs are coming through, and they don't want to give this one away. Xiaofang is able to pick it up. So that's the second Drake going over to the side of
LGD might look to try to take this fight again. The Xayah is a massive counter to everything that LNG have looked to put down, as XQW and Haichao now in fighting. Oh,
well, that was not that big of a fight. That was just a solo kill right there, if you want it that way. OVO is exhausted, has to flash off the wall, but should be fine. But that is, of course, an angle where LGD can say, let's start this Atakan, let's see if we can get it. Maybe they can turn around for the fight, because it is an absolute numbers advantage here for them. They're using the Nature's Grasp as a little bit of a zoning tool here. They end up getting the Atakan. Both the Magnet Storm and the Public Execution are not quite hitting where they were supposed to, but I think it's cold. It's a little bit fine. No, Zika should be okay. TP coming through now as well. OVO again caught out here a little bit. Has to find some time. Has to use the ultimate again with the Equalizer coming through as well. We can hear the barriers being used. Staxa has to flash into the pit. OVO still alive somehow, but we can see the who are able to clean up the fight. Climber getting those kills on the board for them. And here suddenly...
Good advantage. They've staved off the aggression timer that LNG are going to have with this pick composition. And now if they just group up and look for pretty much any fight, they're going to be absolutely fine. And I will say as well, with XQW being as far ahead as he is as well in that side lane, he can look to take fights up against Zika, look to take fights up against Haichao. And we can see in the picture-in-picture as well that he's taking fights up against OVO.
Yeah, and he can just do it. Look at him, he's half-knifed. That was now looking to at least pick up this turret here as a little bit of a cross-map play, but yeah, it's more of a consolation prize considering that you just lost a huge...
To make plays on sides, he needs to always know where members of LNG are, as Climbers spotted Xiaofeng.
Ooh, beautiful public execution being used as the engage tool here. That should be an easy kill. Climber with the next one, 3-1-2 now on the Maokai.
Xiaofeng flashed with the last one, and this time he lines it up and says, you can't flash this one. And
fair, okay. Nature's Grasp coming through, of course. But it's being blocked, nothing much that will be done with that. And we can see Zika just picked up a turret in the side lane, so...
Things in that team fight without feeling too much pressure. Now Haichao, the focus.
Oh. He has to go golden. Rest of the team able to maybe come in as XQW is still coming through. Equalizer being used. Haichao has to be careful. OVO is trying to buy some time, but they are actually trying to get some kills. Yes, XQW ends up getting the pick here. But the kill is going over to the enemy jungler, and now they're at the numbers advantage. Now LNG can try to turn it around. Feather pullback coming through, buys some space, but now with the tempo here coming out as well, as the Feather Storm, he's trying to stay alive, manages to do just that, but Sassy now the next target. He will be burned. In the end, it's Xiaofang with the kill. And that is a good comeback fight here for LNG.
Yeah, and look at the timer, Miller, here. This is 4 for 1 in the fight, and LNG can turn straight toward the Baron. They've got no jungler to try and smite fight contest. This Savior has got no ulti, so OPLO just looks to try and knock up the Xayah. Should just fall.
Saviour's trying to get something back. YCX over the wall now. Finds the engage, will be able to pick up OVO himself. Now they still have to be careful with Zika. And Xiaofang, of course, being in the area. TP coming through to the mid lane as well. Be the sole point, so they do want to contest this.
Equalizer
coming through. They have to use the Feather Storm immediately, as well as the Nature's Grasp. OVO trying to buy some time. Here comes the Pantheon. Public execution not quite hitting where it's supposed to, but they managed to get some damage in the backline. It's XQW once more. But the question still stands. Can LNG trade something back? The damage on the side of LGD is just too strong. But there he goes. He's going in. Zika flashing forward, playing it aggressively, but in the end, it's a triple kill for the Pantheon. Turn towards the Drake. Go for the Drake, please.
With the Baron as well, they can take this turret. Looking at the death timers, they've still got plenty of time to take both, get as much as they can from this position, push that lead as far as possible. It looks like Xiaofang, they're looking to recall. They've got Baron recalls to get back out onto the map. And
there are all the ultimates that are hitting this time around, but maybe LNG are trading something back. We can see the damage coming through from Fish One as well. Looking good. Can go for throne as well. Pullback not quite available, so therefore they need to be careful. But the root's coming through a little late. Hachao has to go golden. Has stepped a little far forward. Now has to move out of the way as Zika is trying to deal some more damage. OVO in the area as well as Zika now has to go gold.
It's not going to be enough. It's a 4 versus 4. Importantly, a really good deep ward. Spots that they haven't gone to the Baron yet. So LGD, they're not going to get baited in by this bush bait. Another great fight, though, by Haichao. He's been a bit inconsistent in this game. Been the reason that some fights have happened in that top lane in particular, getting caught out once or twice. But in these fights, if he's able to trade his life for Saviors, that is a fight that Haichao should take every single time. Just kind of goes by the wayside. And again, to reiterate, LGD love going for 5 versus 5, broad scale team fights. But Haichao's found a flank angle. Why XQW for a little bit extra? They take the inhibitor and are happy with it. But once again, Miller here, the gold, it swings in the favor of LNG, and we're getting these team fights that are just a bit weird.
Honestly, I don't even know. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I'm with the chat. I'm like, both teams are winning and both teams are losing at the same time. I'm not sure what's happening.
Well, Fish One overcommits into the pit and back out again, so he can't actually find this kill. And in the back half of this, he's not actually doing any damage to any meaningful targets. If we look at the setup around the Baron, they've got enough vision there as Savior may be caught.
Stolen Nature's Grasp coming through. Savior has to go for the Feather Storm and the Flash, as now the exhaust is coming through. YCX is trying to buy some time, but Fish One gets the kill in the end. OVO on the other side is trying to buy some space, and that should be game, as they're now going for the backwards. And they're going gold, and the public execution won't hit. And underneath the turret, maybe they can trade something back, but the damage output on the side of LNG is just too big. It's just too good. Yes, you can go golden. Yes, you can go into your Zhonya's and GAs, but it does not matter, as LNG are looking to pick up their first win in this series. And I gotta say, it was surprisingly good at times.
Yeah, LNG come away with game number 1 and really happy that they're able to punish their mistakes.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.